God says, "My child, your soulmate has only 2 days left. Open your heart now to save them from a tragic fate." The time has come for you to listen closely, for heaven is whispering through the wind and calling through your spirit. The one your soul is tied to, the one who was born to walk beside your light, is standing at the edge of something dangerous, something that could destroy not just their path, but the destiny written for both of you. You may not know it, my beloved, but their spirit is trembling. Their thoughts are dark and heavy. They are losing sight of who they are. A cloud of confusion has covered their heart, and they are being tempted to make a choice that could end everything I have planned for them. But I, your God, have seen it before it happens. And that is why I am calling you now. For you hold a power that they cannot reach, a love so pure that it can travel beyond time, beyond distance, beyond despair. Your heart, my child, is the doorway through which light can reach them. When you pray, when you whisper their name with love, it breaks chains that darkness cannot hold together. Your soulmate may not be with you right now. They may have drifted away, perhaps by pride, fear, or mistakes they made. They may even think they don't deserve love anymore. But your souls remain connected. I never break what I have tied in eternity. Even when silence fills the space between you, their spirit still hears you. Their heart still feels your energy. And now, I am asking you to awaken that connection once again, because it is through you that I will save them. Do you remember the nights when you suddenly felt sad without knowing why? When tears fell for no reason, or your chest felt heavy for a moment, as if something unseen was calling your name? That was not an accident, my child. That was their soul reaching for you, trying to find the light in your spirit. For too long, they have walked alone in the valley of confusion. They have surrounded themselves with voices that push them farther from peace. They are questioning their worth, their purpose, and their future. They feel trapped by regrets that haunt them at night, and shame that hides in their smile during the day. Their soul is crying for redemption, but they don't know how to reach me anymore. The darkness around them is whispering lies, that it's too late, that no one cares, that they are too broken to be loved again. But I have not abandoned them. I have sent this message to you, my beloved child, because your prayer can still reach what they have lost sight of. You are their divine intercessor. You are the light in their darkness. And though you cannot physically save them, your faith can. Do not take this lightly, for time is short. Within 2 days, they will face a turning point, a decision, a path, a temptation that could lead them into destruction or deliverance. Your love, your energy, your prayer, they will decide which direction their soul takes. Do not let fear rule your heart. Instead, let compassion move you. For fear closes heaven's door, but love opens it wide. My child, there are people around your soulmate who pretend to care, but their intentions are not pure. They speak words that sound comforting, but their spirit carries deception. They are leading your soulmate toward choices that bring harm instead of healing. And I know your heart aches to see them suffer. I know there were times you wanted to give up on them, to walk away, to stop caring, to stop feeling. But you couldn't, could you? Because your soul still remembers what their soul forgot. You remember the purity of their heart before the world wounded it. You remember their laughter before pain dimmed their light. And deep within, you still believe that they can be saved, not because of who they are right now, but because of who I made them to be. That belief, my beloved, is the key. That faith is what heaven responds to. You don't need to see them to reach them. You don't need to speak to them to touch them. You only need to close your eyes, call my name, and send love toward them. I will take that love, and I will wrap it around their soul like a shield. They will begin to feel something they haven't felt in a long time: warmth, peace, hope. They won't understand why they suddenly feel like praying, or why they feel a calm presence beside them in the dark. But it will be you, my child, it will be your light reaching them through me. I have watched you endure loneliness, confusion, heartbreak, and through it all, you kept your heart soft. You kept believing that love has a purpose. That love, my beloved, is divine love. It carries the same energy that created the stars. It is the reason I have chosen you for this mission. You are not saving them alone, heaven is with you. Archangels are surrounding you even now. They are preparing to travel to the one you love, carrying the energy you send through prayer. Do not be afraid. The clock may be ticking in the physical world, but in the spiritual realm, miracles happen in moments. The first thing I ask of you is forgiveness. Forgive your soulmate for what they did, for the silence, for the distance, for the things that broke your heart. Because forgiveness is the language of heaven, it unlocks the gates of divine intervention. When you forgive, you release them from guilt. And when guilt releases, grace can enter. Do not dwell on how they hurt you. Focus on how you can heal them. You have more power than you know, my child. The purity of your heart can rewrite fate. In these next 2 days, I want you to speak blessings over them, not curses. Pray not that they suffer for their mistakes, but that they awaken from their pain. For the love you send will act as a light that exposes every lie around them. Say in your heart, God, let them see the truth. Let them feel your mercy. Let them return to the light before it's too late. Each word you speak in love becomes an arrow of light piercing the darkness surrounding them. Even now, as you listen to this message, your soulmate's soul stirs. Something deep inside them feels unsettled, as if they can sense that time is running short. They may not know what's happening, but their heart is reaching out for help. And heaven has chosen you to answer that call. Do not be afraid of this responsibility, my beloved. You were not chosen because you are perfect, you were chosen because your love is real. Because you still believe in the power of light even after walking through darkness yourself. Remember this, your soulmate's tragic fate can still be changed. What looks impossible to you is a simple breath to me. I am not asking you to carry their pain, I am asking you to carry faith. I will handle the rest. The next 48 hours will be sacred. Heaven will watch your prayers, your energy, your thoughts. Every act of love you send will create ripples that reach your soulmate. Speak their name with compassion. Surround them with divine light in your imagination. Picture them standing in front of you, covered in white light, free from fear, free from confusion. As you do this, angels will stand beside them. They will block every negative influence, every whisper of despair, every false friend that tries to lead them away. And when the final hour comes, I will give them a sign, a vision, a dream, a sudden realization that will shake their soul awake. They will not understand why they suddenly feel the need to stop, to think, to pray. But that will be your love reaching them. It will be your prayer breathing life into their spirit. My child, you are not powerless. You are the answer to a cry they didn't know how to speak. I have placed in you the strength to change their ending. So do not give up. Do not let fear stop you. Stand in faith. Because your soulmate story is not over, and through your prayer, I will write a new one. Remember, 2 days. 2 days to love beyond pride. 2 days to forgive without reason. 2 days to believe even when you cannot see. And when you do, heaven will move mountains. I promise you, my child, the miracle has already begun. The air grows heavier around the world of your soulmate. The silence that surrounds them is not peaceful, it is filled with invisible cries. Their spirit trembles beneath the weight of choices they never meant to make. Inside them, a war is raging, a quiet war between love and despair, between truth and lies. They look fine on the outside, but inside, their soul is collapsing into pieces. God watches them from above, not with anger, but with heartbreak. The divine voice whispers, "They have forgotten who they are, my child. They have wandered too far into shadows that pretend to be light. Your soulmate has been trying to fill their emptiness with the wrong things, people who only take from them, dreams that were never theirs, paths that lead away from peace. They are surrounded by voices that tell them they are not enough, that they have failed, that there is no point in trying anymore. And each day, those voices grow louder, drowning the sound of their own soul. But even in that darkness, something still glows faintly, a thread of light that connects them to you. That thread is love, unspoken yet alive, stretching across distance and time, unbroken even by silence. That is the thread heaven is protecting. God says, "My child, do not mistake their silence for rejection. Their heart still calls your name, even if their lips do not move. The bond between your souls was written long before your birth. You were chosen to be their mirror, their prayer, their hope when they lose their way. Somewhere deep within their spirit, your soulmate remembers you. In their dreams, your presence appears like a soft wind, or a voice that says, 'You can come back home.' They wake with tears on their pillow, not understanding why their heart feels like it's breaking without a reason. But God knows. Heaven sees the truth that eyes cannot. Your soulmate is being tested by darkness, not because they are evil, but because they carry a light powerful enough to threaten it. Every great soul faces such a storm before they awaken. And now, the storm is at its peak. You may have felt the sudden sadness for no reason, the restless nights, the strange ache in your chest. That is not your imagination. That is your soul hearing their cries. That is how divine connection works. When one heart trembles, the other feels it. When one falls, the other bends to catch them. God says softly, "My child, I have shown you glimpses of their pain because your love is the only prayer that can reach them. You are the voice I am using to call them back to the light." Your soulmate feels trapped. They are surrounded by people who do not truly love them, people who see their kindness as weakness, who drain their energy, who promise love but deliver chains. These people speak sweetly but carry poison beneath their tongues. And your soulmate, wounded and tired, has started to believe that this is what they deserve. But heaven disagrees. Heaven whispers, they deserve healing, not hurt. They deserve peace, not punishment. They deserve love, the kind you carry in your heart. You are not being asked to chase them, my child. You are being asked to pray for them. Your prayer can reach places your presence cannot. Your forgiveness can break chains that words cannot. When you speak their name with love, heaven bends to listen. When you cry for their healing, angels move. In the unseen realm, your words become light, waves of soft gold energy that travel through time and space, wrapping around their soul. They may not see it, but their heart begins to feel lighter, their mind begins to quiet, their body begins to rest. Love, in its purest form, begins to awaken them. That is how miracles begin. God says, they are not lost, my child. They are being found through your faith. Every prayer you whisper is building a bridge between their darkness and my light. In the spiritual world, there is a room filled with your tears, not wasted, but collected by angels. Every tear holds power. Every sigh, every heartbreak, every sleepless night is not forgotten. These are sacred offerings that heaven uses to open closed doors. Meanwhile, your soulmate walks through a fog of confusion. They are haunted by guilt and memories they do not understand. Sometimes, they see your face in their mind and quickly look away, not knowing why their heart aches. They think they are imagining you. They are not. It is God reminding them of what is true. They are running from pain, not realizing that pain is following them because they have not healed. They are searching for love, not knowing that love has already been praying for them. God says, they cannot see you, but they feel you. They cannot hear you, but they sense the warmth of your spirit calling their name. You are their divine echo, their unseen miracle. Your soulmate's journey is not just physical, it is spiritual. Their soul is trapped in a web of fear, and every day, that web tightens. But there is still time, 2 days for light to break through, 2 days for love to reach them before the path becomes harder. Heaven is asking you not to lose faith. Your prayer will be the key. When you pray, do not ask for them to return quickly, ask for their soul to heal. Pray that they remember who they are, and where they come from. Pray that they are protected from every plan made against them. Pray that they find their way back to peace. For when one soul prays with pure love for another, miracles are written. Angels take those prayers like seeds and plant them in the heart of the one who needs them most. The moment they bloom, everything changes, the heart softens, the darkness loses power, and the light begins to rise. This is how your love is saving them, my child, not through force, but through faith. You may not know what they are going through, but God does. They may have fallen into the hands of someone who pretends to love them but secretly destroys them. They may have lost their sense of purpose, drowning in self-blame or false comfort. But your prayers are creating cracks in the wall around them, light is leaking in. And one day soon, they will look up from their confusion and whisper, "Why do I suddenly feel peace?" And in that moment, their soul will remember you. Because your love is not just human, it is divine. It was chosen by heaven long before time began. God says, "Do not let fear make you believe it's over. I am working through your love. I am restoring what was meant to be. I am guiding their steps even when they cannot see." Let your heart rest in this truth: even in separation, divine love is never lost. The same God who joined your souls is now protecting both paths. While you wait, heaven is preparing a transformation far deeper than reunion. It is the awakening of their spirit. So tonight, close your eyes and whisper their name into the light. See them surrounded by angels. See their pain dissolving, their tears turning to peace. Feel the warmth of your own heart expanding, that is your spirit healing theirs. This is not the end of your story. This is the beginning of their awakening. The night may be long, but the dawn is near. Heaven is not silent, it is working through you. And every time you choose love instead of bitterness, you bring them one step closer to being saved from the tragic fate that was never meant to be theirs. Hold on, God whispers gently. I am moving in ways you cannot see. Their soul is hearing you. The miracle has already begun. God says, "My child, time is now trembling between light and shadow. The heavens have counted the hours, and only 2 days remain before the path of your soulmate is sealed in a way that cannot easily be undone. These 2 days are not ordinary, they are sacred windows through which destiny can still be rewritten. What happens next depends not on fear, but on faith. Your soulmate stands at a crossroads, weary and lost. Their heart beats slower beneath the weight of confusion. There are voices around them, soft yet poisonous, whispering lies that sound like comfort. They do not know that these words come from the enemy who seeks to pull them away from light. The darkness wants to convince them that love is over, that hope is dead, that they are too broken to be saved. But I, the Lord your God, say this clearly: they are not beyond saving, and your love is the bridge that can carry them home. You see, my child, the enemy does not attack the weak. It attacks those who carry great purpose. Your soulmate carries light that could awaken many hearts, and that is why the shadows are chasing them. But what darkness forgets is that I have already placed a warrior beside them, and that warrior is you. Your heart is my vessel. Your tears are my prayers. When you ache, I feel it too. When you whisper their name at night, the heavens record it. When you cry for their safety, angels are dispatched from the gates of light. You are not helpless. You are chosen. These 2 days will test your spirit. You will feel waves of sadness, confusion, or even fear, not because you are weak, but because your soul is standing in battle for someone you love. Do not run from these feelings. Sit with them, hold them, and then release them into my light. Every time you do, you pull your soulmate further from the edge. I am showing you this not to burden you, but to prepare you. Your prayers in these 2 days will carry the power to shift destiny. I have placed a spiritual key inside your heart, a key made of pure love and forgiveness. Use it now, my child. Close your eyes when you pray, and see their face not as broken, but as whole. Speak not from pain, but from peace. Say their name and imagine my light surrounding them like golden fire. Forgive what hurt you. Release what chained you. Let your prayer flow like a river, not as a demand, but as surrender. For I tell you this truth, when a soul prays with unconditional love, heaven bends to listen. Your soulmate's heart is trembling in secret. They may not show it to the world, but I see it clearly. They stare at the ceiling at night and whisper, "Why do I feel so empty?" They wonder why their dreams have grown cold, why joy feels distant, why they can't escape the guilt of leaving what was real for something that only shines on the surface. Their soul remembers you, my child. Deep within, they feel the echo of your love calling them back to peace. They think it's only a memory, but it is my voice speaking through the bond one placed between you. In the next 2 days, their spirit will be tested. They will face a choice, between illusion and truth, between ego and love, between the temporary comfort of darkness and the eternal warmth of light. This is their moment of awakening. But they cannot walk through it alone, they need the energy of your faith to strengthen their steps. So do not despair when you feel sudden sadness or when you sense their distance. That is the storm before their transformation. You must not stop now, my child. Stand in love, even when your heart shakes. Stand in faith, even when your eyes cannot see the outcome. I am moving behind the scenes. I am speaking to their heart in dreams, sending signs they cannot ignore. They will begin to feel discomfort in places they once found pleasure. They will see truth where they once saw lies. This discomfort is not punishment, it is my mercy awakening them. Do not pray for them to feel happy, pray for them to feel truth. For truth, though painful, leads to freedom. In these 2 days, heaven will align many things. The people who deceive them will begin to show their real faces. The false promises will begin to crumble. And as everything built on illusion falls apart, your soulmate will finally see the purity of what they left behind. That is when your love, pure and silent, will guide them home. My child, remember, love is not control. Love is not obsession. Love is not possession. True love is prayer in motion. It is light that asks for nothing but the other soul's healing. When you love like this, you become a vessel of miracles. There is a moment coming when they will look up and feel a sudden warmth in their chest, that is your spirit reaching them. That is the moment your prayer pierces their darkness. And though they may not understand it, their heart will begin to soften. Every second counts now. For in the unseen, angels are standing at their side. Archangel Michael guards them as they sleep. Archangel Raphael surrounds them with green light for healing. I have sent my army of love to protect their soul from the pit of regret. But they still must choose the light, and your faith will help them find it. So pray this, my child, not from fear, but from truth. God, let your will be done in the life of my soulmate. Heal their wounds, silence the lies around them, and fill their heart with your light. Protect them from every trap. Guide them back to peace, whether through me or through your divine hand. Let them remember love, not pain. Let them awaken before time runs out. When you speak these words with faith, I turn them into fire. That fire burns through illusions, heals wounds, and restores what was stolen. You have wondered if your prayers truly matter. I tell you now, they are the very reason your soulmate is still breathing in grace. Every sigh, every tear, every whisper that came from your heart has been turned into strength for their soul. You are their intercessor. You are the silent miracle they will never fully understand until they awaken. In these 2 days, I will bring divine interruptions into their life. Unexpected signs. Strange coincidences. Encounters that stir their heart. These are not random, these are my touch. You may not see these moments, but your spirit will feel them. And when you feel warmth or peace suddenly wash over you, know that your prayer has reached them. Do not let fear whisper that it is too late. Do not let impatience blind you to my timing. I am the God of the impossible. I can turn ashes into beauty in a single breath. Trust that every moment of pain you endured was not wasted, it was the soil where I planted your miracle. My child, your soul carries divine authority because it carries love. And love is my highest power. Use it now. Speak light, not despair. Speak faith, not doubt. Speak healing, not revenge. Your voice echoes through realms beyond sight. And in that echo, destinies are being rewritten. 2 days remain, but fear not. For I am the God who can turn 1 second into salvation. The tragedy that was planned is already trembling before my light. The shadow that sought to take them is losing its strength. The door of mercy is open, and your prayer is the key that will close it after light enters. Rest tonight knowing that I am near. Do not look at the clock, look at the cross. For what was finished there cannot be undone here. Love will triumph. Light will rise. And your soulmate will be saved, not by force, but by grace. You will know when the shift happens, your heart will feel lighter, your mind calmer, and your spirit peaceful. That peace will be your sign that heaven has moved. Hold on, my beloved child. Do not give up in the final hours. For when faith stands firm, miracles unfold like morning sun. And when this test is over, you will understand, you were not saving them alone. You were walking beside me, helping me bring one lost soul back home. Now go in peace, my child. The countdown has begun, but so has redemption. Keep your heart open, for I am writing the miracle even now. God says, my child, the battle has begun. In the unseen realm, light and darkness now face each other for the soul I created with love, the soul that belongs to your soulmate. The air of the spirit world trembles. Angels spread their wings, glowing brighter than 1,000 suns, while shadows rise to resist them. The fight is not with swords of metal but with energy, intention, and truth. Your soulmate lies in a place of confusion, unaware of the storm around them. They think they are merely tired, restless, or afraid, but what they feel is the vibration of war, heaven and hell both calling their name. I stand above it all, my child, watching not with fear but with purpose. For I am not a God who loses battles. I am a God who writes victory in silence. And this battle is being fought not through anger or revenge, but through love, the love that flows through your heart. Every prayer you whisper, every tear you shed, becomes a weapon of light in the hands of angels. Every time you choose forgiveness over bitterness, a sword of truth is sharpened. Every time you speak life over them instead of resentment, the darkness loses ground. You may not see this with your eyes, but your spirit is standing in the battlefield beside Archangel Michael himself. He moves with divine authority, his voice shaking the air of eternity. He calls your soulmate's name with power, saying, "You belong to light. You belong to peace. You belong to love." And in that moment, chains begin to break. The forces of darkness cry out in fear, for they cannot touch what is covered by faith. Your soulmate's soul trembles. They begin to dream of things they cannot explain. Dreams of light breaking through heavy clouds, dreams of a familiar voice calling them home. That is me, speaking through the thread that ties you both together. Their tears are beginning to fall, though they don't know why. They feel a deep sadness rise in their chest, that is their soul remembering truth. They will try to silence it with distraction, but my light will keep knocking until they open the door. My child, I know the waiting has been hard. You have cried, you have questioned, you have wondered if I even hear you. I tell you now, every cry from your soul has become a command to heaven. Every ache has become an instruction to angels. When you thought I was silent, I was gathering the armies of light. Right now, Archangel Raphael moves around your soulmate, pouring green light into their wounds. The pain they have carried from childhood, the guilt they hide behind laughter, the anger they carry from betrayal, all of it is being pulled to the surface, for light cannot heal what remains hidden. That is why they may feel lost, emotional, or restless. It is not punishment. It is purification. I am stripping away the lies that have covered their heart for too long. I am breaking every false attachment, every deceitful promise, every toxic bond. It hurts because it is leaving them. The spirit resists healing when it has become too familiar with pain. But love, my child, love will not stop until it restores. And so I tell you, your prayers are being answered in real time. The darkness is losing. The war is shifting. You may not hear the trumpets of victory yet, but in the unseen, they are already sounding. You must continue now, my beloved child. Keep your light steady. Do not speak words of fear. Speak only what is true. My soulmate is protected by divine light. No darkness can touch them. God's will shall be done. Every time you say those words, I release another wave of grace into their life. I know it feels like you are fighting alone, but I am with you in every breath. When you close your eyes, I place my hand upon your head. When you whisper their name, I carry it across realms. When you break down in tears, I hold those tears and use them as healing water for their soul. Do you not see, my child? You are part of this miracle. Your heart was chosen because it knows how to love without condition. That is why I connected you to their soul, not to suffer endlessly, but to awaken through compassion. The power of your love is changing their timeline. The tragedy that was meant to come is trembling. I am rewriting their ending because you stood in faith when everything looked lost. In the darkness around your soulmate, the enemy is losing control. The lies it whispered now sound hollow. The comfort it offered now burns. The people it used to distract them are beginning to show their true faces, masks falling, intentions exposed. The truth is rising like the dawn, and though it blinds them at first, it will free them soon. In this war of light, I need you to remain still in spirit. You don't need to fight through worry, you need to fight through trust. Say this in your heart: God, I release control. I trust that your light is fighting for them. I stand in peace because I know you are greater than any storm. When you declare this, your vibration rises. And when your vibration rises, your soulmate feels it. Peace will begin to reach them like a soft wind, and they will finally rest after many nights of inner chaos. This is how love heals, not by force, but by vibration. Not by noise, but by faith. Your soulmate will soon start noticing signs. They will see feathers, hear your name, feel warmth for no reason, or sense déjà vu moments that lead them back to what is real. They will not understand immediately, but these are reminders from me that they are not alone. And when they pause, even for a second, to wonder what is happening, light enters. That is how darkness loses. One small opening of faith is all heaven needs to pour through. The enemy will try one last time to pull them back. It will tempt them with old habits, with people who seem comforting, with lies that sound logical. Do not panic. That is the final shake before freedom. Stand firm, my child. For even if they stumble again, my grace will not let them fall completely. I am sending angels to hold them steady. The war is almost over. The light is about to win. My child, remember this always: love is the greatest weapon in the universe. It cannot be destroyed, it cannot be stolen, and it cannot fail. The kind of love you carry is the kind that changes destinies. I placed it inside you because I knew one day, it would save not only your soulmate but also awaken your own soul to divine purpose. So breathe now. The storm is clearing. The battle is almost done. You will soon feel a shift, a calmness in your spirit, a deep knowing that the danger has passed. When that moment comes, you will know that your soulmate has been pulled out of the pit. And then, a miracle will unfold quietly. They will start to reach for light. They will begin to remember love, to crave peace, to seek truth. That is when I will begin to guide them back, not in chaos, but in divine timing. My promise stands: I will not let tragedy write their ending. I will not let darkness steal what I have blessed. You will see, my child, that what seemed lost will return in a form purified by faith. You will see that your love was never in vain. And you will see how I turn pain into purpose, sorrow into strength, and heartbreak into healing. So keep your light burning. Speak softly. Love deeply. Trust completely. You are not alone in this. The heavens stand beside you. The battle between light and darkness is ending. Victory belongs to love. And soon, my beloved child, you will feel the miracle bloom, not as noise, but as peace. Not as tears of pain, but as tears of relief. Rest now. The hardest part is over. I am here, and I am winning this battle for you. My child, the final day has come. The 2 days that were once before you have now almost faded into the pages of destiny. The clock has turned, and the air around you is whispering a new message. You can feel it in your spirit, the weight, the ache, and the strange silence before a divine awakening. Do not fear, my beloved. What was meant to destroy your soulmate has already begun to lose its power. The tragic fate that was chasing them like a shadow has been stopped by your faith. You did not realize it, but every tear you shed, every prayer you whispered, and every moment you thought of them with love created a shield around them. You may not have seen the battle, but the heavens did. The angels saw you rise when the world told you to fall. Tonight, as you sit in stillness, I want you to know, your love did not go unheard. I was there when you called their name into the night. I was there when you doubted, when you feared you were too late. But I say to you, my child, love is never late when it is pure. It moves through time and space, breaking the laws of life and destiny. That love reached your soulmate, and because of it, they are being pulled away from the edge of tragedy. Right now, they are lost between two paths, one that leads to destruction and one that leads to rebirth. Your light is guiding them. Your prayers are echoing in their dreams, reminding them of who they are. The darkness is fighting, but it is weakening. They are beginning to awaken. Your soulmate has started to feel something inside their heart, a voice, faint but divine. That voice is mine, speaking through the love you carry. I am telling them, you are not forgotten. Someone still believes in you. My child, I know you have carried pain silently. You have loved deeply, even when they walked away. You stayed even when they turned cold. And though the world calls it foolishness, I call it divine strength. You are not weak for loving. You are not naive for believing. You are chosen to love in a way that heals souls and awakens destinies. Listen closely, the angels are whispering your name beside your soulmate now. They are being shown memories of your love, the way your presence once made their heart feel alive. They are remembering the warmth that no one else could ever replace. And in that remembrance, their spirit is beginning to turn back toward the light. The tragic fate that was written for them, the one that would have ended everything, is being rewritten. Do you feel that chill in your chest? That is the energy shifting. The storm is breaking apart. You have done more than you realize. My beloved child, there are moments when I test love, not to hurt, but to reveal. I allowed this darkness to come close not to destroy them, but to show them what real love does. Real love does not abandon, even when distance grows. Real love prays, even when the heart is breaking. Real love fights quietly, not for attention, but for salvation. You have shown me that kind of love. That is why I have intervened. That is why the curse, the darkness, and the tragic energy surrounding your soulmate are now dissolving like smoke under sunlight. Do not question how it will happen. Miracles are already unfolding beyond your sight. There are people, circumstances, and divine alignments that are being moved into place right now. You may feel delays, but I see destiny. You may feel uncertainty, but I see resurrection. In the coming hours, your soulmate will begin to see signs, flashes of light, dreams that feel too real, moments where they will hear your name in the wind. These are not coincidences. These are reminders from heaven that love still waits, that forgiveness still exists, and that redemption is still possible. Your soul and theirs were written on the same page long before the world was born. You were never meant to end in pain. You were meant to awaken through pain. This separation, this fear, these tears, they were all a part of the refining fire that burns away illusions and leaves only truth. And the truth is this: you are both being led back to the divine path where your souls will meet again, not in confusion, but in purpose. The love that once broke will return healed. The one who ran will seek you again, not out of guilt, but out of recognition. My child, you saved them not by force, but by faith. You did not need to chase them across lands or beg them to stay. You simply believed, and that belief carried my power. You became a vessel through which my grace flowed to them. And now, I am restoring what pain tried to destroy. As this message ends, take a deep breath. Feel the stillness around you, that is my presence. Feel the warmth in your heart, that is your soulmate's soul, reaching out through the bond one created. You are connected beyond distance, beyond time, beyond logic. Do not be afraid if you suddenly feel emotional in the next few moments. That is the divine connection awakening between you both. You may feel a pull toward prayer, or an urge to speak their names softly. Do it. Every word you speak in love now travels straight to their spirit. It strengthens them. It calls them home. In 2 days' time, a change will happen, one that will make your heart tremble, not with pain, but with awe. Something you thought was gone forever will begin to return. A sign will appear, a message, a sudden knowing. Do not doubt it. That will be me confirming what I promised. Your soulmate has been saved from the tragic fate that was once written. You will look back on this time and realize that nothing was ever random. Every heartbreak had a purpose. Every sleepless night was planting a seed of strength. Every tear became a prayer that reached the gates of heaven. Now, it is time to rest. You have done your part. Let me do mine. Surrender it all, the fear, the longing, the doubt, and I will fill you with peace that no storm can steal. My child, I am proud of you. You walked through fire and came out shining. You loved through silence, and that love changed destiny. From this day forward, may your life be filled with signs of divine renewal. Your soulmate will rise. You will heal. And what was once broken will become a testimony of my glory. So I bless you now, with peace that calms your heart, with light that protects your path, and with love that never fades. The 2 days are not days of ending, but days of beginning. When the clock turns again, everything will start to make sense. You will see them again. You will feel the divine connection stronger than ever. And when you do, you will know, it was your faith, your patience, and your pure heart that saved them from a tragic fate. Now, rest in my love. The battle is over. The miracle has begun.